Good day and welcome back to Elementary 72 Gaming. This is my tutorial series on how to build your own station. Now there are two options when it comes to stations, and the first option is the Capsulia Outpost and the second is the Corporation Citadel or the Corporation Outpost. The two options in production is going to be to either purchase your station or to produce your station. Now, if you are going to purchase a station, which is the first option, you go down your market list. As you can see, I am in the market, and you go all the way to structures, open the structure tab within the structure tab, and you will go down past the components to your station type. Now, the first station type is the Capsulia Outpost and the second is the Corporation Outpost. You can simply purchase this, or you can simply purchase the modules required to produce your station. So these are your basic steps. Now, once you have the Corporation Outpost, you will require a special ship to deploy it. There are a total of 2 ships available in the game in the T8 level that can deploy stations. The first of these 2 ships is the Bestower. Right, so as you can see, this is the Bestower. If you go down the list, you will find that in its basic info is structure hold capacity. That is the key feature that you need for deploying stations. The one next to it, being the Sigil, is the only other ship capable of deploying stations. These 2 ships are a necessary requirement for deploying stations. If you are going to purchase materials for producing your station, it is better for you to produce it in high sec and then travel up with the station. Traveling up with materials is going to require a second ship in the form of the Cryos for the ability to transport materials. Okay, moving on to your second option, and that is in the process of producing your station. If you are going to produce your station from scratch, you're going to go all the way down to the Blueprints tab. You will open the Blueprints tab and you will go down to the sub tab for Structure Blueprints. Now, please note, there is a second set of information that needs to be given here, and that is in the form of components for your station. They will be given at the later point after I have explained the station, and then I will explain the modules that fit onto your station. Thereafter, I will go through the production research required. Open out the Corporation Citadel, and now a menu will appear. The Corporation Citadel requires a total of 15 various components to actually be produced. Now, please be very careful about this. Do not use what you see on your screen right now as the baseline for your production. This is at maximum skill level. If you are going to produce a Corporation Outpost, I suggest that you look through these requirements on your own. Every requirement is varied depending on your level of research. If you have your primary research, it reduces your efficiency by 30%. That reduces the number of components required. And once you pass the 100%, your component requirement is reduced drastically. Now, beyond this here, you will find that everything is in various quantities for their production. That is their planetary resource materials. I will explain all the materials required as well, and I will explain the regular materials required. Now, looking at all of these structure components, once they are all put together, you can then start the production of your Corporation Outpost, and this is at the point at which you will begin the actual production and will be able to then deploy it once production is complete. There is a cost to the production. As you can see up here, it's 2.5 billion ISK. So you require a 2.5 billion ISK balance in order to begin the production of the Corporation Outpost. Now, moving up on this list is the Capsulia Outpost. I'm just going to open it quickly. The Capsulia Outpost has a reduced requirement for construction. There are only 8 components required for its construction. It also only requires 450 million ISK for the production of the station. So it is a lot cheaper in production cost than the Capsulia Outpost. It also has a massive difference in application. The Corporation Outpost gives you the ability to take part in domination, where you can claim a sector, while the Capsuleer outpost does not give you that ability. Okay, now once you have gone through and seen the number of components required, you will then go up the list to the component blueprints. You will filter through the component blueprints and you will purchase the particular number required based on your research. Research for this particular level can be done instantly by resetting skills and taking free skill points or the accumulated skill points and then purchasing out the skills in construction. This will drastically affect the cost of each component, and I will be going through the materials on a broad spectrum. You will find sheets out there that will give you at 150% and 100% for the variant levels, and they will also give you the max efficiency sheets. These are based on the web. There are multiple various sheets depending on the level of efficiency you have reached. Now, these are the structure components that you will need to purchase and produce in order to have your Capsuleer outpost or your corporation outpost. Remember, various materials are required and various components are required for each one. Heading below these are then your modules that you add to your station. Weapon types. These weapon types will vary depending on your need for them in battle. If you need them to deal a consistent damage, you will go small. If you need a higher damage from them in a single burst, you will go large, because you will be counting on your fleet for most of the battle. Moving down are the mid slots for your station. There are 3 of them: the Web of Fire, the Disruptor, and the Neutralizer. These 3 affect your enemy fleets and will be able to give you an advantage in combat. Below this are your service blueprints. Your structure services are in the form of an industrial service center. This allows you to trade within your center. It allows you to do multiple operations. And next to it is the resource extraction center, which allows you to more efficiently extract resources. These bonuses only apply to the owner of the station from the resource extraction. Okay, heading up, let's go to what is required in terms of materials. Within manufacturing materials in minerals, from the 8 basic materials, 7 are required. The only one not required is morphite. Please go through carefully and see exactly what you need so that you have the right figures ready for your production. Moving on, the next thing you're going to require are planetary resources. Continue down your list till you find industrial fibers. Industrial fibers are the first of your required resources, and moving down from this are all of the resources required for you to actually build your station. That is super tensile plastics, polymerids, coolant, condensates, construction blocks, nanites, silicate glass, and smart fab units. These are required for your production of the individual components, and the components are then required for you to produce your station. So please make sure that you have the correct figures in these materials to produce your station. Last but not least, you will require a fuel source for your station. Your stations generally have a 500 million cubic fuel tank. This means that you can use any resource in the form of fuel to actually fuel up your station. So purchase them and hold them in reserve before your station is completed. It will take you weeks or months to possibly fill up your station, depending on the density of your fuel. Now, moving on from this point, we will move on to your skills required. Now, you will open the skills tab and you will head down to production. Within production, head down to the bottom of the list. Right at the bottom, you will find structure construction. There are 3 tabs required. They will gradually gradient you towards 100% efficiency. That is your first, that is structure construction and advanced structure construction. That will lead you to 100% material efficiency along with the reduction in time. The expert level reduces you by 5% and a 20% reduction in time. So that is where everything will lead you to once you have completed your research. Now, when it comes to production, it is done in the industry tab in your main menu. You will open it, you will be received on this page. Depending on the amount of industrial research you have completed, your tabs will be open. I have a full 10 tabs open because I have completed the research on my various ship productions. As you complete them, they will be open for you and you will have more and more production slots. So this is the basic tutorial on how to produce your own station. I hope that you all do enjoy this and come back for the next tutorial where I will show you how to deploy your station.